Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Sonny, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the online TOEFL course, the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you have some questions. So you say, I have a TOEFL score reading 17, listening 14, speaking 17, and writing 12, altogether 60 points. I'm going to have TOEFL exam again. You want to say here in December. There are 10 months left from now. My goals are to get TOEFL score enough to study in the U.S. and to improve all my English skills. May you suggest, probably don't need to have the S there. And this one we can probably change to N, because if you said on December 10th, I agree with you. But if you just say in the month of December, it's better to use M. May you suggest me the plan for 10 months preparation? Yes, I think I have something for you. Okay, so let's go to the next page. I think there's probably 3 things that you can do right now which are going to be very beneficial. Number 1, read every day for about 45 minutes. You can read magazines, newspapers, and longer books. This is very important, Sonny. You got to do it. Number 2, you also want to practice your listening for about 45 minutes every day. If you have English TV, you can focus on news, documentary, history, and also science programs. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can also go on the internet, and I have 3 good websites for you: National Public Radio, TED Talks, and Randall's Cyber Listening Lab. These are 3 good websites that you can practice. But you're not done yet. As you do your reading and your listening practice, Sonny, get in the habit of note-taking. You want to get down the main and the most important supporting points of these passages. Then, using your notes, write 3 summaries each week. Each summary should be about 250 words. No one needs to read it, but write it anyway. Trust me, it will help you. Now, in addition to doing writing practice, you should also practice speaking about this information. You should do 3 to 5 oral responses each week. Make sure you record them. That way you can play back your recording and listen for delivery, which means pronunciation. You can also pay attention to your grammar and your vocabulary usage, and also how you're developing and organizing your ideas. So right there, that gives you 1.5 hours every day. If you do the writing and the speaking practice, which I highly recommend, that'll probably give you another 2 to 3 hours each week just doing that. So you're probably looking at about 10 to 12 hours just doing the first 2 suggestions. Now, number 3 is start going through the lessons in my online TOEFL course. First of all, I recommend maybe for the first 1 to 2 months, vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar, or however long it takes you to go through those lessons. Then for the next 1 to 2 months, you can practice my listening and reading lessons. Then for the next 1 to 2 months, you can do the writing and the speaking lessons. And guess what? I got 40 independent writing practice tests right now for you. I have 300 independent speaking practice tests. I have 30 integrated speaking practice tests. And guess what? You can also use your book, or you can go to YouTube, and you can post any integrated speaking from any of those areas too, and I'll also listen and grade those as well. Now, as you're going through your study here for the next 10 months, probably about every 2 to 3 months, you should take a full-length TOEFL IBT practice test. Sonny, I'm telling you, it's important. Now, you should do it for 3 reasons. Number 1, by taking the practice test, you'll get more familiar with the structure and the format of the IBT exam. Number 2, you'll mark your progress. You can see where you are. You can see what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are, and you can compare that with the previous results that you just told me about here. Now, the third benefit of taking a full-length IBT practice test is, let's face it, taking the TOEFL exam is kind of like a marathon. It's 5 hours. It's long. So it's good to practice taking a 5-hour exam before you take the TOEFL. That way you have the strength, the stamina, and the endurance that you need, so you're not going to fall asleep 3 hours into the test. So I think those full-length IBT practice tests are also going to be important for you. And that's exactly the plan I recommend for you. I think that you will be able to reach your goal. I'll give you an example here of one of my students. He was like, he was in your situation. He wanted to study in a university in Canada, and for his goal, he needed to get 80. Right? So he took my course for about 4.5, 5 months, and eventually he was able to score 97 on the TOEFL IBT exam. So he was exactly, actually he was 17 points higher than the goal that he'd hoped for. Now Felix, this is the student I'm talking about, he did a lot of practice. I think over the period of 3 months, he completed over 60 writing practice tests on my website. And you know what? His writing score in the TOEFL IBT was 29. Think about that. Yours is 12 right now. So you could do a lot better than that with practice for sure, right? Now, I can't guarantee that you will get exactly the results that Felix got. I make no guarantees to any of my students. It depends on how hard you work. It depends on whether or not you follow my plan on a day-to-day basis. If you follow my plan and study my lessons, you will be able to improve your TOEFL score. All right, Sonny? And those are my comments for you. So all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.